tamo akoi isa se akoi isa sigi minungsi leiba mi em oita ga hui ji sunga sa roi ba tamo adu mayam se minungsi leibiu hui se sabi ga no na koi appeal to boneta tamo ching.
First, the top news headlines. Protesting farmer groups observe Bharat Bandh in peaceful manner. All Quokta Coordinating Committee calls off 48-hour TDM Road Bandh. Indian origin Hari Sukla, 87, first to get coronavirus vaccine in UK. And India records 30,000 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours. Tally crosses 97.3 lakh. Hello and good afternoon, I'm ONEL SHAMBANDURAM giving you the Times of Manipur English News. Before we go to the main news, here is a COVID-19 awareness. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. Now the news in details. Protesting farmer groups are observing the Bharat Bandh today in a peaceful manner from 11 a.m. The Bandh ends at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, left parties and some groups of farmers in states such as Maharashtra, West Bengal, Orissa have blocked trains and highways, disrupting traffic movement. The Bharat Bandh has been supported by a host of opposition parties across states that might end up bringing the nation to a standstill today. The farmers' call for the Bharat Bandh after several rounds of talks with the centre failed to bring any results, as both the government and farmers are firm on their stance. The nationwide strike is expected to have a major impact, as several political parties and labour unions have extended support to the Bharat Bandh. The Union Home Ministry yesterday issued advisories asking all states and union territories to ensure that law and order is maintained during the Bharat Bandh and destruction of public property is prevented at all costs. The centre has also asked states to ensure that all COVID guidelines are followed during the Bandh. All Quokta Coordinating Committee has called off the 48-hour TDM Road Bandh this morning after the state government came to terms with their demand. Moirang MLA P. Sarit Chandra Singh, on behalf of the government, had a talk over the standoff with representatives of All Quokta Coordinating Committee, chairmen and councillors of Quokta Municipal Council, members and leaders of Quokta Gram Panchayat and executive engineer PHED Bishnupur this morning. An agreement was reached during the meeting to release all the protesters and confiscated items without any condition. It was also agreed to carry out a joint field visit to all water supply schemes in Quokta area tomorrow, besides inspecting all infrastructures to facilitate early supply of water to the public. The committee had imposed the road bandh to protest against the failure of the Manipur government to provide safe drinking water to Quokta residents. An Indian origin man, Hari Sukla, will become one of the first persons in the world to be administered a coronavirus vaccine against the COVID-19 infection when he receives the Pfizer-BioNTech shot at a hospital in the United Kingdom, UK today. According to media reports, with the UK giving Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine its approval for emergency use, Hari Sukla from Tyne and Wear said he was pleased to know that the world was coming to the end of the year-long pandemic with the beginning of the vaccinations. Hari Shukla said when he received the phone call and notified about joining the immunization against coronavirus program, he was very excited to be a part of it, reports added. Hari Shukla said he feels it is his duty to receive his first of the 2-dose coronavirus vaccine. People aged 80 and over, care home workers as well as NHS workers who are at higher risk will be first in line to receive the life-saving jab. Britain will start dispensing the coronavirus vaccine developed by Pfizer and BioNTech today. About 8 lakh doses are expected to be available within the first week. The mass inoculation program could fuel optimism. The world may be turning a corner in the fight against the pandemic that has crushed global economies and killed more than 1.5 million people. India reported less than 30,000 new daily cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours, ending this morning as the coronavirus active cases tally remained below 4 lakh mark. As per Union Health Ministry data today, 26,567 new COVID-19 infections were recorded in 24 hours, which took India's total cases to 97.03 lakh. Continuing with the trend, India reported more Delhi recoveries than Delhi new cases in the span of 24 hours, reports added. While less than 30,000 new positive cases were found in the country in a day, 39,045 new recoveries were registered during the same period. As of yesterday, total active cases now stands at 3,83,866. The death toll, meanwhile, climbed to 1,40,958, with the country recording 385 new deaths since Saturday night. The COVID-19 active case tally in India on Monday fell below the 4 lakh mark, the lowest after 140 days, the Union Health Ministry said. Manipur recorded 151 fresh COVID-19 infections in the last 24 hours, taking the tally to 26,225. The active cases stand at 2,919, while the recoveries at 22,997. The fresh cases were reported from Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Kakching, Tamenglong, Teknopal, Senapati, Kamjong, Churachandpur, Chandel and None districts, said the COVID-19 Command Control Room. It said they were locals without any significant travel history. 3 patients died in the past 24 hours, pushing the toll to 309 in the state. The recovery rate is 87.69%. Well, it's now time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Lamjingbo Finance na COVID-19 athoga liba khudong chadwa mayam asi uziraga collateral security yautana document changdana yamna komo mongda loan fanganjagani chahida sunatagi chada tarani thoigi interest rate ta business loan against property, vehicle loan, commercial equipment loan, commercial vehicle loan ki khudong chaba pizari han loan lawi ki singi suwana gumakhal gi loan asi lawi khudong chaba pizagani akupa morol gama contact to below Lamjingbo Finance Nagamapal. Contact number 7085-831-502 Natraga 9862-629-399.
Sino pare? Tan ba dinate ko? Asengba. Ay na pamba. Darkar ba grocery items sinda. Red delivery app seasonaraga order to biro loire. Chaning ba restaurant ki food po erso. Overpay to budila erdana. Pot khuding mak discount pibaga loina na. Khudak te inakti yora isine. Red delivery for you.
On Sony, cricket will reveal its true colors. It's time to show cricket's true color. After 9 months, men in blue will lock horns with their fiercest rival, Australia. The rivalry will start on 27th November, 8 AM onwards, only on Sony Sports Network.
Khanghanjaba Tom Cable subscriber singda yamna nungaiba paw amatang khanghanjari madudi Tom Cable ase pay channel on bagaloinana tongan ba khudong chaba kaya pibata natana ayat apan yaudana ahenba services kaya piduna miyamgi thogal mapung fana tawba ngamjaragani subscriber singna isa gi connection gi thagi fee online gi khuthangda prepaid mode oina tidok piduna channel asibu apan ba yaudana nungaina yengbina banolukchari matau karamna online gi khuthangda thagi fee tv gadage haibadu makhada uchari Ahanba step ta tomtv.co.in da changbiraga adom gi set top box number du mention biraba matungda pijariba package lupa chahum yankai chamri natraga chamri yankai sidagi apamba package ama khanbiraba matungda pay online dan nambiu ani suba step ta adom gi payment adu confirm tawbiraba matungda pay now da nambiu ahum suba step ta prefer payment methods khanbiraga payment tawbinaba khanghanjari ba Tom TV cable contact number 8132089758 natraga 8974279099
ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯄꯨꯔꯣꯏꯕꯅ COVID-19 ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡ ꯎꯠꯂꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯨꯕꯗ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯂꯦ ꯅꯛꯅ ꯂꯩꯃꯤꯟꯅꯔꯨꯕꯅ ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛꯁꯨ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯨꯕꯗ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯂꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯌꯥꯕ ꯐꯪꯂꯕ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯗꯣꯛꯇꯔꯅ ꯍꯤꯗꯥꯛ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯏꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ ꯆꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯃꯤꯇꯔ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯔꯛꯈꯤ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯟꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯄꯨꯔꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯖꯦꯟ ꯂꯦꯚꯦꯜ ꯅꯦꯝꯊꯔꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ ꯖꯦꯅꯤꯝꯁ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯄꯨꯈꯠꯈꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯇꯤꯐꯤꯀꯦꯠ ꯄꯥꯏꯕꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯃꯥꯡꯍꯟꯗꯅ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡ ꯆꯠꯊꯈꯤ ꯑꯁꯨꯝꯅ ꯑꯉꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯇꯨꯅ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡꯍꯧꯕꯅ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯊꯨꯅ ꯐꯒꯠꯄ ꯉꯝꯍꯧꯔꯦ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯕꯨꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯉꯝꯍꯧꯔꯦ
ꯂꯥꯏꯍꯧ ꯍꯧꯔꯛꯄꯗꯒꯤ COVID-19 ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯒꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯂꯥꯏꯕꯛ ꯐꯕꯅ ꯅꯦꯒꯦꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯂꯦ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯁꯨ ꯏꯁꯥꯗ COVID-19 ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡ ꯎꯕꯤꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯅꯥꯕꯕꯨ ꯂꯣꯠꯂꯒ ꯊꯝꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ
ꯂꯦꯞꯄ ꯂꯩꯇꯅ ꯁꯟꯗꯣꯔꯛꯂꯤꯕ COVID-19 ꯊꯤꯡꯅꯅꯕ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯕꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯂꯥꯌꯦꯡꯍꯧꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯥ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯁꯣꯛꯆꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯉꯩꯗ ꯑꯗꯣꯝꯕꯨ ꯀꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯒꯅꯤ COVID-19 ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡ ꯎꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ COVID-19 ꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯝꯇꯝ ꯂꯩꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯇꯅ ꯂꯩꯁꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯏꯁꯥꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯏꯃꯨꯡ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯀꯩꯔꯣꯜ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯨ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯊꯤꯕ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯏ
COVID-19 ꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯑꯣꯡꯁꯤꯡ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯛ ꯂꯥꯏꯍꯧ ꯈꯅꯥꯎ ꯅꯥꯕ ꯃꯅꯝ ꯃꯍꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯔꯛꯇꯕ ꯈꯣꯡ ꯍꯥꯝꯊꯔꯛꯄ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯥ ꯁꯣꯔ ꯍꯣꯟꯕꯗ ꯋꯥꯔꯛꯄ ꯇꯥꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯡꯁꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯄꯣꯖꯤꯇꯤꯚ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯕꯁꯨ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯥꯏꯁꯣꯂꯦꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯔꯒ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯚꯤꯇꯥꯃꯤꯟꯁ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯣꯛꯁꯤꯃꯤꯇꯔ ꯄꯤꯖꯒꯅꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯍꯛꯁꯦꯜꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯕ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯗꯣꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯦꯡꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛ ꯂꯩꯒꯅꯤ ꯀꯥꯎꯕꯤꯔꯒꯅꯨ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯕꯕꯨ ꯂꯩꯕꯤꯔꯕꯗꯤ ꯁꯨꯡꯁꯣꯏ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯌꯨ
Welcome back. Apunba Manipur Matam Isei Kanglup Amik today organized a Safe River campaign under the theme Safe Rivers, Safe Our Soul near Thong Nambonbi in Imphal City. Tourism Minister Oinam Lukhoi, Tourism Corporation of Manipur Limited, TCML Chairman Mohammad Asaduddin, Tourism Director W. Ibohal and Amik President S. Tizendra were present at the event. NMC Kongpal Netaji Memorial Club Kurai Kongpal, in collaboration with Veterinary Department Imphal, is today organized a one-day animal vaccination program at the club office complex, during which domesticated animals were vaccinated. The Akhil Bharatiya Hen Kranti Party Manipur State Unit has appointed the new office bearers of the Manipur unit of the Youth Front. Oinam Amarjit has been appointed as President and Ngangom Rakesh Singh as General Secretary, a release said today. Karang Upper Primary School today distributed ration to the students of the school. The ration was meant for midday meal, which was not able to reach the students due to COVID-19 pandemic. Backtopping along a 1 kilometer long Longmai 4 Peaceland Village Road, which connects National Highway 37 or National Jirubam Road with Longmai 4 Baptist Church Complex has been completed. The villagers are happy over completion of the work before Christmas. The work program was undertaken under Hill Area Development Program HADP under the funding of Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region donor. Residents of Longmai 4 village have expressed gratitude to the center and state government for the road improvement work. A one-day awareness program on Do They Change How We Address Age and Aging was jointly organized by District NCD, SAIL Bishnupur and Health and Wellness Center HWC Kabul at HWC Complex yesterday. The program was held in connection with the International Day of Elderly Persons. MO in charge of HWC Cable, Dr. Jenny Laisangthem, physiotherapist of District Hospital Bishnupur, and Romita, Community Health Officer Cable AK Susila, Councillor of Bishnupur District Hospital TH Josila, and several others attended the awareness program. Physiotherapists and Romita during the program demonstrated health tips for elderly persons. Blankets were also distributed to the elderly persons on the occasion. Well, it's now time for another short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Thoibi,
Haza, cheng no slow. I khao lo thogi.
Marks di.
Kaigi marks no.
Kaigi marks no bu kai no. Hujik oiriba COVID-19 gi laichet asida marks yauduna thokpa habese khudong thiningai natra.
Haza, I sukhange. I anaba minati. Marks laibada changadaba sel duna ko mathap ahau badum chathoke.
Nangi sidi lairik heiraga laisu khangdaba habaduni. Marks upana chinna tondagi tholakpa lok tinna chingba sing phajin gadori bane. Nushite yaramba amora kai sing do marks upadi hakchangna changakpadagi ngakthok toine.
Adudi thaza. I marks amta upugige.
COVID-19 laichetagi thingnanaba chathoka matamda mask upiyu. Season nabiru raba disposable mask sing mapam chaba yenglaga mai thadopiyu natragana phumjinbiyu. Fi na same sajaba mask sing oiragana numit khudingi suk samthokpiraba matungda da season nabiyu.
Isagi mamal yamlaba punsibu kansi amadi atopagi punsibu khudongthiba sidagi ngakthoksi.
Chan bija ina hana nakta koi jibta mana thalanya pandi
Eh, kaino to iduwa infection thokani na khutsu handana
Korau, ising phawba pithakpa yade ko. Mama gi khomlangtana tha taruk phawbadi angangi amata ngaraba chinjak oigadabani. Hek pokpaga pung amagi manungda khomlang pithakpigadabani. Angangi khoisisu kamna thambigadabani. Thau hine chingba amta tesan ba yade ko.
Mapung maray faraklaba matamda masamo fananaba pokpada ngairiba angangbu ningthina nawkonbiyu.
Akanba nonglay nungsit kaya laklabasu apikpa natraga achawba yum oirabasu phaglang sina pumnamak mayok na bangami yamna kalli amadi chahi kaya chatli. Barak Valley gi masak oiriba akan bagi atopa maming amo oiriba Valley Strong Cement. Valley Strong, very strong. Langdamusida ihan hanbo oina miyam da kangla water gi 20 liter jar supna tagi lupa tara da fangan jargani. Loina half liter bottle tara mangana saba pekta supna tagi lupa humputra manga da fangan jari. Khudong chaba si factory da laktuna lobidawa yagani. Aku pemorol di damak lengsin bidau Kangla Water, Maibo Khul Mamang Lekai, Imphal S 795002. Aikogi contact number 8257888737.
Advertisement of e-rickshaw. Applications are invited for selection of e-rickshaw beneficiaries under Promotion of E-Mobility Towards Climate Change Action in Manipur to be taken up by the Directorate of Environment and Climate Change in collaboration with UNDP. Description of the program. E-rickshaw to be operated within Imphal city only. 70% financial assistance on road price, 30% beneficiary contribution or loan portion. Eligibility for applicant, age 18 to 55 years, resident of Manipur, valid voter ID, Aadhaar card, residential certificate, valid driving license, latest income certificate. Preference, women drivers. Replacement of all diesel auto more than 15 years old with valid permit. Forms available at Seva Manipur Head Office, North Babupura, Imphal West, 795001. For details, please contact Seva Manipur, North Babupura.
Welcome back. The security arrangements have been tightened in Assam in view of the Bharat Bandh nationwide shutdown called by farmers' outfit to protest against the controversial new agricultural laws. According to media reports, several trade and transport unions have extended support to the Bandh and almost all opposition parties have backed their demands. In Assam, as many as 13 opposition parties including Congress, AJP and left parties have extended support to the nationwide strike. Police patrolling across the state has been increased to ensure the shutdown remains peaceful. The Security forces are also keeping a vigil at the railway stations to avoid any rail roco protests in the state. Normal life has been affected as commercial vehicles off the road in view of the shutdown. Farmer leaders said their strike will remain peaceful and that no shops and establishments will be forcefully closed on account of the ban. After 9 months of restriction on the entry of tourists to Meghalaya due to COVID-19 pandemic, the state government has decided to reopen its doors for tourists from outside the state starting December 21. Meghalaya Chief Minister Konark K. Sangma tweeted to ensure that safety of everyone, registration through the @Meg Tourism app is made mandatory and SOPs are put in place. Commissioner and Secretary in charge Tourism Department has issued a standard operating procedure SOP for all tourists visiting the state to mandatorily register on the Meghalaya Tourism app and generate an e-invite for the purpose itinerary. After 9 months, schools in Tripura reopened for 10th and 12th standard students yesterday. The school of the state had remained closed since March in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Education Minister Ratan Lal Nath visited schools and colleges in the capital, Agartala, to inspect the preparedness and response of the students. According to media reports, on the first day, around 50% of the students turned up for classes. Tripura government had earlier announced reopening regular classwork in schools from December 1st. But upon not getting clearance from the health department, the state government withdrew its decision right before the reopening date. A set of restrictions and guidelines including installation of hand washing facilities or sanitization facilities, thermal scanning and arrival, social distancing and use of masks have been made mandatory in the schools. Myanmar will hold the next parliamentary session in the first week of February 2021. The term for the current parliamentary session is set to conclude at the end of January next year, media reports said. According to the 2008 Constitution, the first regular session of the new term of Parliament begins with the Houses of Representatives, which needs to be held within 90 days after the commencement of the general elections. Myanmar held its multi-party general elections on November 8 last. The ruling National League for Democracy NLD party, led by State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi, won the majority of seats in both houses of the Union Parliament. The 2020 multi-party general elections were the third of its kind held under the terms of the country's 2008 constitution. The general elections, which are held every 5 years, are to choose members of the new parliament that will elect a president and 2 vice presidents and form a new government. And now the local newspaper headlines.
The Shanghai Express, China helping rebel groups on Myanmar border, says India. Waiting for draft peace resolution from government, says NSC and IM, have made our position very clear to government of India. 3 more fall victim to COVID-19. The People's Chronicle, 152 new cases, 3 deaths, 149 recoveries reported. Serum Institute of India seeks emergency use not for Covishield. Election Commission of India decree on Parliamentary Secretary case likely soon. Chief Minister Biren lauds women's role in state economy, state jobs and scheme implementation. Info Free Press, medical aspirants wait for admission as MBBS seats in state's medical college yet to be increased. COVID-19 caseload climbs to 26,225. Death toll 309. 48 hours total shutdown affects normal life in Quetta area. 3 police, 7 protesters injured. Couple convicted of drug smuggling sentenced to 12 years in jail.
And before we wind up the top news headlines once again. Protesting farmer groups observe Bharat Bandh in peaceful manner. All Quetta Coordinating Committee calls off 48-hour Tidim Road Bandh. Indian origin Hari Sukla, 87, first to get coronavirus vaccine in UK. And India records 30,000 new COVID-19 cases in 24 hours, tally crosses 97.3 lakh. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us. Keep watching Times of Manipur.